welcome back to Cheer the British Way.
Today we are continuing with another one of our fabulous founder stories, and we're joined by Carli from Casablanca Cheer.
Hello.
Welcome, Carli. How are you?
Very good. Excited to be here.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you on here for a little while. We've been talking about it. So Casablanca has become a very well-known name in the British cheer scene, and today we're diving into how it all started.
We're going to talk about the early days, the challenges of building a programme, the growth of Casablanca, and what it's really like being a gym owner. So, Carli, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
We would love to know, just to start with, your background in cheerleading. How did you get into the sport?
It's a very, very good question. So I first became aware that cheerleading was an actual thing when I was at university.
Where did you go?
I went to Hertfordshire.
Oh, Heart Sirens.
They had Heart Sirens. Yeah, I wasn't a cheerleader there, but I became aware that it was a thing.
Yeah.
I went to, they do like the Freshers' Fair.
Yeah, remember
and I
it
saw
well.
people doing things, and there was people tumbling. I thought, well, I can do that. My background is gymnastics.
Yeah.
And then I joined netball.
Of course you did.
But I was very aware that it was a thing. And when I came home from university, back to, my family's business, which is Casablanca, and we just decided to introduce cheerleading and give it a go. We were awful. And when I say awful, like terrible, like really, really bad.
So Casablanca is your family's gymnastics
club?
Club?
Yes.
And Casablanca is how old?
We are coming up to 34 years.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so when you say family, so is it your parents that started it and you grew up as a gymnast in the club?
Yes. Yeah, my parents started it. I very much grew up in the gym, more specifically the cupboard in the gym.
Fair.
Me
Did
and
you
my
ever
brother
watch The British Empire?
Yes.
Did you ever watch that? It was a show
Yes.
about a leisure centre
Wow.
and this
right.
family.
You pulled that from.
Basically, she grew up in the cupboard. It was a show about this leisure centre, and the woman who worked behind reception kept her twins in a drawer under the desk.
It wasn't quite that, but it's quite a spacious cupboard.
Fair, a big cupboard, so
A
quite
big
Harry
cupboard.
Potter-esque.
Yeah, a big cupboard. And when I say gym, it wasn't a gym as what you would think of now. It was a school hall.
Yeah.
We ran from village halls, church halls, that kind of thing. And yeah, me and my brother, we grew up in the cupboard. We would eat dinner in there, do our homework in there.
When does a cupboard become a room?
We would
separate episode.
Yeah, we would come out and do multiple classes, as and when we felt like
They
it.
got
And
you
we
out the cupboard to do classes.
did get out the
Right,
cupboard,
okay.
and then we were put to work from a very early age.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We earned our pocket money, but I always knew, even going off to uni, that was what I wanted my career to be. I was going to work within the family business. And, people used to ask you, what would you do if you ever won the lottery? My answer always was, I would buy a gym.
Yeah.
Like an actual gym that we didn't have to roll the mats out every day and put them away at the end of the day. And we just made it happen.
Do you know, that's actually because I was a gymnast as well.
Yeah.
And we were in a school and we would store all of the equipment under the stage.
Yep.
And I remember they had like a roller. So we'd roll all the equipment
That's
down this
right.
roller and like underneath the stage.
Yeah,
That's what all gym clubs were like back then.
We had the cupboard at the school.
mine.
My dad had a van. We'd unload the van. It was just
a lot of work, wasn't it?
I was
A lot of
apparently a
work.
bougie child gymnast because we actually did have a gym.
We did not. No.
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
so
I'll check my
Casablanca was a
privilege.
gym club. You'd
Yep.
obviously gone to uni.
Yep.
Saw Heart Sirens.
Yep.
I was at Birmingham Pussycats.
Okay.
So Heart Sirens were it was us, Heart Sirens and Southampton Vixens.
Okay.
Big competition. And then you went home and
Yep.
did you suggest to your parents, why don't we start cheerleading?
Yes. Yeah, my parents worked very, very hard to build up the club, did a great job. The name is very well established within our local area, but they worked as much as they needed to work, whereas me and my brother are a little bit more ambitious and we wanted bigger things.
Yeah.
So it very much came from, my parents are still involved. You'll find them at Gym 1, usually looking after my children at Gym 1 whilst I'm at Gym 3, which is on the same road. We were a little bit more ambitious and we wanted more than just what we had.
So you were saying 16 years, the cheerleading program has
16
been
years,
running.
yeah. We're going into our 16th season coming up, so yeah.
So what did you start with? What was your first cheerleading
Our first cheerleading
escapade?
team was called Shooting Stars, which we do still have now. And they were a youth one at the time, 9 kids. And we went to our first event, which was a BCA competition in Eastbourne. And it was in like a theatre. So it was on a stage. It wasn't big enough for 9 panels, but that didn't matter to us because we only had square mats. So formations weren't a thing. We just stayed in the middle.
Yeah.
And we were awful. We came last every competition for a whole season. We didn't know what we were doing.
You carry on?
Yeah, I'd never been a cheerleader.
No.
So we could tumble.
So this was coming up to 16 years ago.
Yes. Yeah.
And like most of us getting into the sport back then, there was no real like way to learn other than
No.
just on the job.
No, we did a coaching course, which I think was run by UKCA.
Yep.
Yeah, we did one of those. There were pom-poms involved. We did, you know, we just learnt on the job, really. We knew that we were safe. We British gymnastics members, we knew how to coach tumbling. We weren't putting anyone at risk, but we just developed and grew. I think we got our first world's bid in year 5.
That's amazing.
Yeah, which was a shock.
Yeah.
It was not.
So was that not in the plan?
No. No.
Fair.
We made a level 5 team because we had the tumblers. We went to Jamfest Europe. We accidentally won our division at our first.
We accidentally won.
Yeah, at our first ever level 5 event, and we got a bid to Worlds.
So what year was that?
That was 2016.
2016.
Our
So
first
what
bid
was
to
the
Worlds.
division then?
We've always been International Open 5.
Which at the top back then was 14 and up, wasn't it? Not 16 and up.
Yeah, 14 and up, and it was, or you could twist in pyramids, and it was
Yeah, that
before
was
the
Ruby
split.
were in that division, right? Like
Yeah,
that's that same division. Yeah.
It's before the
Before the
5-6
5,
split.
6, 7. Yeah.
So what was? I'm fascinated now. What was the story of that first 5 years? I'm trying to track 9 kids coming last in
Yeah.
5
accidentally
years.
winning.
To accidentally
We
winning.
could always tumble. We could always tumble because people would transition into cheer from our gymnastics club. And obviously, coming from a school hall, we had dead floor. So our best tumblers that we've ever had were created because we trained on dead floor. So as soon as you put them onto sprung,
They
were
could
doing,
suddenly do everything. Yeah.
So we had great tumbling. So from an overall
Wheel
impression,
this out next time we're prepping for ICU Worlds and they're all complaining about tumbling
Yeah,
on dead floor,
absolutely.
yeah. From an overall impression point of view, you could see a lot of level 5 skills being thrown, and not just round or flick falls. We'd have whips, we'd have punch run throughs, and we just happened to stay in the air for our stunts.
It's a lucky
Genuinely,
day.
It was a lucky day. Yeah, I
We-
was
do you know-
on that team that won that bid.
Were you?
I was,
So
yes.
we actually took a team.
I have vague recollection of this.
I think I do. So
You
we
was
took
on
a
the
team
team.
to Jamfest Europe. Was it when it was,
It was
in
in
Liverpool?
Liverpool,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we decided we did Ruby co-ed one time only.
Okay.
I feel like it might be in the same year. And we accidentally kept all our stunts in the air that day as well. And we were so surprised.
I think back then
Maybe
it was an
earlier
accident.
than that. Because it was.
Yeah.
You didn't just hit
No.
your routine all the time.
No.
If you did, it was like, oh, hello.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, absolutely. So you win your first bid,
Yep.
2016, so a
Yep.
decade ago now.
decade ago,
And I
yeah.
expect people wouldn't realise
No.
how long you've been in the the
Probably
world,
not.
because I think
No.
for quite a lot of gyms it's like pre-COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything else has happened since COVID. It's like the pre-COVID era. Like I think it's been a bit forgotten, hasn't it? A little bit.
I think so.
Because I think people are probably very aware of Cosmic 5 22 onwards.
Yeah.
But there was a few of us knocking around pre-COVID, wasn't there?
There was a few of us, yeah.
All in the same division.
Yeah, I mean,
There weren't that
I5
many at that
now
point.
is still, again, very,
Absolutely.
very incredible
But
division.
I remember like those years with what was Open 5 is now Open 6 was like 45 teams deep,
Yes,
wasn't it? It
yeah.
was very,
and we were
very...
in the marquees, we were in the
yeah,
tents,
we
weren't
were talking about the tents actually
Tents,
earlier.
Yeah.
Talking about the tents, like, yeah, the sloping tents.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. So you win your first bid
Yep.
accidentally by
Yep.
accidentally winning
Accidentally.
a team that you're on.
Yes.
And what was your first experience like of going to Worlds?
We did it, we didn't know what we was doing. We didn't have lots of Worlds coach friends in the industry because we didn't come from a cheerleading background. So we just did what we were told in information back. We booked into All-Star Resort. We stayed there for our first year.
Yeah, I stayed there with Starlets.
Our
Very
rooms
loud.
were overlooking the football.
Cool, yeah.
So every year I go back there now and we stunt with teams on the field, say, look, see that room? I stayed in there. And they think that's incredible and they all want to stay there. And
You don't.
You don't actually. You really don't. You don't.
But we didn't have a clue what we were doing. We were just happy to be there. We had a lovely, lovely time. I think we placed 23rd.
That first time is so great, isn't it?
Yeah,
miss it.
23rd. But the division was like 50 teams, so we was really, we was
the
really pleased with
divisions were
that.
deep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we just had a lovely time. And then I retired.
Oh God, one and done.
Well, I was 30.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
How old was I my last Worlds? 2009. 26.
Okay. Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
30 was my cutoff.
Yeah, was it?
I was determined to do it.
I'm really glad. So I competed with Starlets at Worlds in 2007 and I did it with Unity in 2009. And then I was done. But I'm really glad I did do it once. So
Yeah.
like, I've had that opportunity. I look at everyone now and I'm like, good Lord, I couldn't.
No.
I just couldn't. It's so hard.
There is zero chance of me tumbling or doing anything.
Many of my coaches are on our alternate list, and I tell you who's not on our alternate list, and that is me. Never. I wouldn't be allowed.
I do feel in occasionally if we're missing a base.
I'm not allowed.
Are you not?
No, not anymore. I dropped by someone in a prep once on Ruby.
Right.
I back spotted a floor stunt yesterday for one of our guys doing a co-ed private. He was teaching the girl first time, never done a co-ed stunt. He's like, "We're gonna do a floor stunt. Could you just back spot her?" I think I'm feeling it a bit today. You know,
Are you tough?
feeling it in my lats.
That is tough. So in between, obviously, you started 16 years ago. You get this Worlds bid.
Yep.
What about the growth of the rest of the program? Because obviously, you guys are now competitive across every single level.
Yeah. It's just been real rapid growth. And if I'm completely honest, to start with, we couldn't deal with that growth very well. We didn't have the infrastructure in place. We do now, and we've learned as we've gone along. But yeah, moving from the school hall into our first gym was a big jump, and it just took off. I wish I could say it's because of this and this, but I honestly don't know. People just word of mouth, I imagine.
Same. It's the same for us.
Yeah. We don't get. Our business model is attracting brand new people into the sport. So we have a lot of a lot of people that, aren't competing, that just come in for fun, for fitness. And that's kind of where we started from. And that's still today is what we're all about. But we had 250 kids in the school hall, and we thought that was massive, big enough to take the jump into the first gym. And now, we signed the lease to our first gym in 2016. So approaching our 10th year there. And it's just grown beyond belief, really.
So how many gyms now?
I say 3.5 because the half one is too small to be an actual gym. So we say 3.5. We call that the cheer studio rather than a gym.
So are these all industrial units?
They're all industrial units. We've got 3 that's on the same road.
That's handy.
So I can, which is great because I'm based at Gym 3. My parents are Gym 1. If I need childcare, there they are.
What's in Gym 2?
Gym 2 is our proper gymnastics facility. So that's where our elite kids are. They do a phenomenal job. They've got, that's where all the best equipment is for, we've got kids doing county grades and they're on, county squads and things. So they're doing a really good job there. Gym 1 is purely rec gymnastics. And then all of Gym 3 is all-star, so cheer and dance.
So do you still coach gymnastics or do you focus just on the cheerleading now?
No, just the cheerleading.
I guess you just couldn't have time.
No.
So obviously you've got 2 young girls.
Yes.
And you're running this massive business. You're coaching cheerleading.
Yeah.
Do you sleep?
No.
Fair.
My youngest doesn't, so there's not much opportunity. No, she's terrible.
Oh, God, I'm
She's
sorry.
just
That's rough.
Fully energetic 24 hours a day. Very happy and doesn't seem to need the sleep. And I think
Lucky her.
Wow,
I feel like I've just had a lack of sleep. So you just
get used to it, don't you?
Can you bottle
I've
some of
gone the
that?
other way
and
now.
fill
I'm
it
not
on?
used to it anymore.
So many
My
of
kids are older now and I need the sleep.
Okay. So many of our parents will say, because I'm replying at 3 a.m. Like, do you ever sleep? And I think, well, it's quiet now. I can get some emails done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, I'm an early morning. I love doing a bit of early morning work. Like I messaged Ant yesterday at 6:30 a.m. When you're up, give me a call.
Were you not up?
I called her back at 10 to 10, which was not when I got up.
Of course it wasn't.
But I don't rush in the mornings. As you know, I need my mornings and my evenings, I frequently
okay.
say, because when you're in cheer, you're
and I
you're
get that.
working
You don't get an
late.
evening.
See,
No.
my
So I
son
purposely
leaves for
take
school at
mornings to start
7:20.
slow.
So I've got to get him up at 6:45 and get him
Right.
out of the house.
Yes.
But I've got a 13-year-old, so
Okay.
it's a bit different. So right, I'm fascinated. So we've got Gym 1 rep gymnastics, Gym 2 elite gymnastics.
Yep.
This is the rabbit hole you go
Gym
down with
3
Yep.
It's
cheerleading.
fascinating.
Cheer studio.
Cheer studio is, we mainly run like rec cheer there. We run tumble classes. A lot of one-to-ones go on in there. It's just additional space.
And
when
where
we're
are you
full.
based?
We're in Loughton for Gym 1 and 3.
Which is where, just so people understand the grand scheme
Yeah,
of,
so it's
is Essex.
Essex. Yeah, but we're on the Central Line, so we can be, East London-y within minutes.
And
Gym 2 is in
5,
North
is that
Weald.
the cupboard?
Yeah.
Is that where your children live?
Yeah, no, they are in the cupboard at Gym 3 a lot, but that's definitely an upgrade. Like
Is it?
they call it their office.
Fair, so it's
They've
more
got
like
their
an actual
names on the
room.
door.
What are they called your girls?
Evely and Orla.
Oh, that's such cute names. Oh, I love the
They're
name
lovely.
Everly. That was on my name list.
Was
Ren.
it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's a lovely name. At the time, there wasn't many, but there are quite a few now.
Oh, there.
But we've spelt it differently.
How do you
so
spell it?
it's
This is aside from cheerleading.
Everley.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Cute. Anyway, sorry, aside from, there's loads of people out there with children who might be pregnant looking for girls'
Yeah.
names, so just, Okay, so we've got all these gyms. How many athletes do you have all together across gymnastics and cheerleading?
Just over 3,000.
3,000! Good grief. And how many of those are cheerleaders only?
I would say about 500. So it's still a very small part of.
But it is still, 500 is a big gym.
And that's everyone. That's rec through to
Yeah.
worlds. And everything in between.
But that's still a large, and I think people do forget, and we've spoken about this a lot the last few days, that outside the world's teams, there's an entire world of cheerleading going on, full of
Absolutely.
many, many teams, because people are getting very hung up at the moment about world's teams, aren't they? And there's huge amounts of fantastic things going on between levels 1, 2, and I include 5 because your non-tumble 5s, your senior 5s, whatever, doing all these incredible things. You had 2 teams go to Summit this year.
Yeah.
And so obviously you're doing incredibly well across all the levels and seeing that growth and development go through the entire program. But like 500 kids is a large, you have potentially 2 world's teams this year. 500 gyms is a big, 500 kids, sorry, is a big gym. 500 gyms.
One
Sounds
day,
like
just
hard
wait.
work. Yeah, exactly. But 500 athletes is huge.
It is huge. And we're very, very lucky. We have a phenomenal team of staff, a really, really, really good team of staff. Most of them have grown up with us.
Yeah.
A lot of them are related to me. They're all my family. But yeah, no, we have a really, really good team of staff. And one of the things that I am still coaching, I'm very involved with, quite a few of our teams. So one of the things that I spend a lot of time doing is developing our staff and empowering them and giving them responsibilities and giving them the tools that they need to be able to, stand up to those responsibilities. And we have a really, really good team. I will always champion our teams. I think they're great.
Yeah. So, same for, I think, both of us at our gyms. Like, they're not related to me, but I actually feel like they're related
Yes,
to me
gym
because
family.
literally because the amount of time we spend together. But most of mine have come through the gym as young athletes.
It's such a big thing, I think, and perhaps the most important thing to develop with growth as your program grows. Like, you get to this point, and I've seen so many people go through it where most people start doing everything themselves one way or another.
Yeah.
As you grow, you have to just start getting rid of that. You cannot do everything yourself. And
No.
there comes that break point, I think, for everyone where they realise that as your business grows. But having and building and training a team and a staff that can run things effectively not only allows you to continue, it becomes the thing that allows your program to take the next step.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because much as you might not like to admit it, I think for all of us, because we're all-rounders.
Yeah.
We do. But the thing with being an all-rounder is there's always somebody who does one thing better than you.
Yeah.
Any of the things that you can do, there's also somebody that can do
definitely.
it as well or better.
And I think probably the same for us as it sounds for you guys. We grew incredibly fast.
Yeah.
We were not prepared for it.
No.
It wasn't something we set out to do. And we definitely didn't have that in place. And we have spent the last decade literally creating that structure. And it sounds actually very similar to where you guys, we just have done it without all of the extra sort of 2,000 people that you have. We do actually we have a power tumble program.
Yes.
Unity Power Tumbling. And actually we've got 2 kids that have just won their national age groups.
That's just been this weekend.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, and they're doing really well. But it's nowhere near the size of what you're obviously doing at Casablanca. How do you find managing sort of the gymnastics and the cheerleading? It just sounds like you've got so much on.
We have got a lot on,
you've
but again,
literally got no wrinkles. It's just fantastic.
Hiding them well. Yeah, again, it's just a fantastic team of staff. So our Gym 2 manager, who is head of all of our elite pathway gymnasts, she started off with us as a gymnast. I used to coach her. She became a junior coach at age 14, and she's now running she's the manager of Gym 2. She's doing phenomenally well. And we do things a certain way. I can't pretend to know how anybody does things another way because I've never been a part of another club. I've only ever been part of Casablanca, but we do things our way. And it just seems to work. But no, honestly, investing in your staff, they are your best and biggest asset.
Absolutely.
Without them, you don't have a business, you don't have a club. So yeah, incredibly passionate about our staff development, and I think they're all really great people.
Yeah, and I think you've spoken at quite a few conferences, haven't you? Like
Yeah.
talking about that and trying to educate
Yeah.
sort of people on how you've kind of created that infrastructure, which I think probably if anyone hasn't had the chance to listen to you talk about it, they
Highly
should.
recommend.
They should.
I've learned a
You've
lot
been
this
in.
year. Yeah. I even came back for a second
You
time. I
did.
enjoyed it so much. Do you
Yeah,
have?
I haven't. I mean, I haven't heard you really speak about it. I
This is why I said to you, I was like, we've got to get Carli on
Yeah,
because
yeah,
your
absolutely.
setup is so fascinating. I'm still enthralled by
Well, I
it.
messaged you, didn't I? And I was like, come pod, and you were like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, I'm very sure, absolutely. And it will be fun, and we do just sit and chat because it is literally
I
like a
forgot that
chat.
we're filming right now.
On that note, so
Yeah.
do your gymnastics and cheer overlap? Do they interact at all? Because that's sometimes I know it's a real challenge for a lot of people that
Yeah.
are perhaps
Yes.
the club exists in a gymnastics facility and they're not always very easy bedfellows.
No. There's so people competing at the top end of cheer and people competing at the top end of gymnastics. It's not going to work well together.
No, you can't.
No. But when they finish competing at the top end of gymnastics, they're very welcome to come over to cheer once their beam and bars days are over.
And that pathway is fantastic because that is
Absolutely.
how I got into cheer. It's how you got into cheer.
Yeah.
It's how you got into cheer. Like we all did
Roughly, yeah.
gymnastics.
Yeah.
And actually, there was when we started the Power Dumbbell program, there was more overlap for us, and now there really isn't
Okay.
because of that exact reason.
Yeah.
Because we've now got some fantastic kids in Power Tumble. They do not cheer. You just can't.
No.
It's a completely
You
different
can't do
discipline.
everything. No.
It's a different technical way to learn to tumble. But yeah, it is. But cheerleading has a much longer lifespan than gymnastics, and it's
Yes.
fantastic that you're able to offer them that pathway
Yeah.
into doing something that is a much more fun and a team pursuit instead of individual pursuit.
It's more fun.
It is. I just,
It is.
So
It's
much
just
more
the team.
fun.
It's the social side of it,
Yeah,
isn't it?
absolutely.
Do you think the perception, because I feel like cheer doesn't have the best perception within gymnastics historically, do you think that's starting to change at all?
I think a lot more gymnasts are more aware of cheerleading being a serious thing.
Yeah.
For us, when we were just in gym one, all of our gymnasts and cheerleading was in the same place, so they would see each other.
Yeah.
Now they don't because it's all separate into different gyms. But we do our best to. So one example, we only have one social media for everything. So you will see cheerleading, dance, tumbling, trampolining, gymnastics, all on that one social media because we want everyone to feel unified as part of a thing. But also it shows them, yes, I do my 1 hour a week tumble class. I can also do gymnastics. I can also do cheer and just the multiple things that are on offer. So internally, I think our gymnasts are very well aware that we do cheer and what it is. But I think also just as a more broader view of it, in general, I think it is becoming more known.
Yeah,
More
known and
legitimate. in
understood.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what have been some of the biggest challenges of creating your cheer program within a pre-existing business model?
Yeah. So the biggest challenge first thing was having everything, all activities, all in one space. Because as you can imagine, cheerleading is noisy. Gymnastics is not always noisy.
Yeah.
If you want to hear floor routine music and cheer music mixed together, it's not a good sound.
No, I can imagine.
So that was a big battle. I mean, we only had one floor in gym one. We would have half the floor for cheer, half the floor for gymnastics. We'd be taking it in turns to run routines. So that was the biggest battle. So now that we're separated into different gyms, it's so much easier. We still do struggle with space.
That doesn't go away. It doesn't matter how much space you have,
No.
it doesn't go away.
No, but I suppose you have one gym for cheerleading. How many floors do you have in your
One.
cheer gym? Yeah,
And 31 teams.
it's just not enough, is it?
No, it's not.
Does that
enough.
include dance?
That does include. We got
We're
6
not very
dance
good at
teams.
dance. We've never done dance. We have. I lie. Unity All Stars Gold. I was on it. Awful. I was awful. Everyone else was fine. But yeah, we don't do it. But we have 32 teams and we have 2 floors.
Yeah.
Plus a few roll-out mats a couple of nights a week. It's just not enough, is it?
It's not enough. We have 4 teams on a floor at a time.
Oh my God. How? We'd fall out so badly.
It is difficult, but we manage it as best we can.
So when are we starting gym 4? Gym 4.5?
It will happen. It will happen. But we want to make sure we've got the infrastructure in place first.
Yeah, fair.
Developing the staff. We had meetings really recently with our coaches at Gym 3, which is all of our all-star staff. What are your goals? And some of them were saying, we want to run our own facility. And I think, great, let's make that happen. Let's give you the tools. Let's give you the experience to make that happen. I think it's a relatively new thing that people think that they can have a career within cheerleading,
Absolutely.
but you 100% can. And that's something else that I'm really super passionate about.
Yeah, I agree.
You have all these great kids that are coming through your gym for years and years and years, and they go off to uni and they get a real job. Where actually I'm thinking, well, actually you can have a really great career within the sport. You know, it doesn't have to be working within my gym. You can go off and do incredible things, and we can give you the tools for that, and you can go out in the world and be great. But it can be within cheerleading.
Yeah, and I think the fact that, you know, there's gyms now in a position to be able to offer those opportunities is amazing. Like, we have now many people who work for us, and they were coaches, and now they have greater responsibilities. And, you know, people do want to work in cheerleading. And you know, a few years back, even, it was a bit of a pipe dream, and now it's not
seen as a viable career path. It's, you know, it's a way to make a little bit of extra money on a Saturday, or in return for getting your fees reduced, or whatever.
And we actually know, in order to be successful with a large program, you need coaches that are really invested, that want to be there, and you're not going to lose them.
No.
Like, you know, the coaches you want are the ones that are going to stick around.
100%.
Because if someone's there just doing a little bit on the side of their real job, it's fantastic, but they will likely go.
Yeah.
You know, we want the people
that
that are
going to stay. There's only so much you can ask of somebody when it's their second interest as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's something I've run into. We used to be fully voluntary in terms of our coaching setup. So only in the last couple of years we've actually migrated that all of our coaches are now paid. And the difference in that, and it was one of my almost line in the sand early on. I'm like, this has to change, because there's only so many favours I can ask people and expect them to get stuff done, you know, and that is what you're doing when your coaches are unpaid. You're asking something extra of their time, and that doesn't completely go away, because we know that even when you're being paid, there are plenty of things that don't, you know, that have to get done outside of that remit and that direct.
I do think, though, like, paying well, giving people enough money to live on, legitimises their jobs, and therefore in turn legitimises the sport.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's really important that people do get properly paid for the coaching that they're doing, because at the end of the day, we're looking after children.
Yep.
Dealing with young people in a really growing sport and an ever-growing industry, and people deserve to get paid for their time.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you guys have got that, you know, that exact structure in place. So obviously, you're sharing space. You're still sharing space.
Yes.
Obviously, as you said, the dream would be to have another.
Yep.
Maybe you move and get a bigger one, or do we want to just line them up all along the road?
I think we'll keep them.
How many more units are available?
Yeah, we'd like one in the middle, because if it's raining, you're going between the two.
You just join them together.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Just keep adding bits.
When you
on
ask
the end,
Evelyn, when you ask my daughter what she wants to do for a living, she says she wants to run gym 7, and she's really specific that it's 7. So
Ren
she's 6.
Ren wants to be a cheerleading coach. She wants to be. That's her only. She's 7.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's
well,
what
Evelyn does
do.
as well. Apart from in the summer holidays, she wants to run an ice cream van, but the rest of the year would be cheerleading coaching.
I think an ice cream van, though, outside your gym would run a profit, wouldn't it?
There are days I would rather be running an ice cream van, I'll be honest. Like, I mean, I do, we have a cafe, and I quite often just sort of sit back there and go, perhaps I should just be the full-time barista instead of dealing with all the other
cheerleading.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we've struggled to. We just cannot afford a unit where we are in the centre of London. Like, well, we're not in the centre of London. We're actually on the outskirts of London. But what zone are you in?
On the tube.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, right at the end of the
right at the
line,
end.
Yeah.
We had a look at units, and it's just no way.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
I think people don't realise how much that investment is.
Absolutely, it's huge, and you have to know, like you said. You can't take on another facility, another gym, until you know that you've got the infrastructure in place to be able to financially balance that.
Our waiting lists are huge. We have the people, but I'm not going to set anything up until I know it's going to be run properly. Yeah,
because I think we're literally at capacity now. Yeah. We really are. We are bursting at the seams. It's hard, isn't it? Because if this was the US, we'd all have great big units with 8 floors in a bakery,
or even somewhere remote, a little bit further out away from London.
But you just can't, can you? There's just no space. I mean, even if we were to go a bit further out, there's still no space.
No, we're just
it's really difficult.
A little country trying to do big things.
So what has surprised you most about being a gym owner? Like positives, negatives?
I think the biggest factor that kind of will probably resonate with all of us is the amount of time that is unseen.
Yes.
People see you in the gym coaching your couple of teams that you're coaching. They know that you're replying to an email every now and again. but they probably don't know that we go to sleep thinking of 8 counts and, you know, I want to change this and I want to do that, and next season I'm going to do this. And
then
just
very
the
soon
sheer
wake back
amount,
up again thinking of the same thing.
Yeah.
the sheer amount of, you know, if you want to enter a few teams into a competition, that in itself is a huge process. I don't do it, but then now.
I did do it
yes,
until this year.
Yeah.
And it is an enormous undertaking.
My brother does that, and I think he's reluctant to give over that responsibility because it has to
Well,
be
it's
done
worrying
right.
because if you don't do it right, you're not going.
I know, yeah.
You're not
imagine.
going because the
As I
comps
say,
are filling
that's
up.
getting more and more
Yeah.
challenging, and
But just the sheer number of hours that go unseen.
Yeah.
And we as, you know, gym owners, we all know what each other's day-to-day life must be like. But I think that's the biggest surprising factor. You know,
Yeah.
who's ordering the toilet rolls to fill up the gym? Like there's jobs that
Yeah.
need to be done that aren't.
toilet rolls.
Yeah,
There's-
there's
See,
a
we
system.
don't.
Yeah,
We're
you-
in
you're-
11%.
you're
We
right
don't
on
have to do them.
No, okay.
You know what we have now? So I was very proud at one point because I'm like, right, I'm finally getting organised with the toilet rolls, not running out again. So I now have like a subscription on Amazon. We get,
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, 144 rolls delivered at a time or something upstairs, more than that. I don't even know. What I didn't factor in was that then we sort of closed and went to Worlds for a bit, and I didn't then, you know, freeze that thing.
So
So
when
we
you came
currently have
back-
like a wall built of toilet rolls.
Nice.
Nice.
So we're not running out for a while, and I still have just realised that I haven't frozen it again, so I should probably do that so we don't get more showing up.
Well, at least you're not going to run out.
We're
Oh, well,
not
this
running
is
out
it.
just
Is
yet.
that- yeah. So that is one thing that we don't have to worry about the toilet rolls,
Yep.
but we also don't have the keys to our own building.
Yes.
So at 10 o'clock, no matter what has happened, they're like, get out.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we're like, no, something's happened. Help. No, we can't. It's like World Week, whatever. And they're like, still get out.
Get out. Yeah.
The other night, a couple of the coaches were chatting in the car park and they got locked in. It was
Climb the
Chin.
fence.
That's what I said. It was Chin, though. She was like,
See,
absolutely
I
not.
still have locked people in my car park, not because we got a bit round the side.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we-
that's
and
where
then
the
you have to
staff
go
car
back.
park
Right,
is
okay,
in
let's
ours.
touch on this because you have a full-time parking attendant.
We do have a full-time employed parking attendant.
I love
Yeah,
these.
you?
we do. Because at Gym 1, there's so many other businesses around. We have our own car park, but it's not enough spaces for the number of kids that we have going into each session. And we're trying to keep a really good relationship with all of our neighbours as best we can. So, yeah, we have a full-time parking attendant to just make sure people are parked safely, children are walking across the road
love
into the
that.
gym.
Is that like a sort of lollipop lady for parking?
Yeah, well, man.
Man,
Are they
lollipop
related
for
to you?
parking.
Sorry, they're not. No,
No?
no. He's lovely though. Jeff, he does a great job. He's he's out there in his purple, obviously purple Casablanca high vis, fully branded.
Purple high
Can you
vis.
Yeah.
have purple high vis? Is
You
there
can.
neon purple?
You
Oh,
can.
yeah, yeah.
thing?
I'm picturing a purple high vis right now. Yeah.
And actually, obviously, his job is a parking attendant, but he is the first face that a lot of our customers will see when they arrive. He'll always be happy to give them a good welcome. He'll show them exactly where to go.
How
if
many
they're
days a
brand
week
new.
does he do?
He's 5 days a week, full time.
So what?
Because
Right, doesn't it blow your mind?
Yeah.
we open at 9 a.m. every weekday and we close at 10 p.m. But when the business are in, the other businesses around
So at the
us,
weekend, is it not necessary because the other
No.
businesses aren't
yeah,
in?
we can park wherever we want at the weekend. It's lovely. But no, from 9 a.m. till about 5 p.m. He's there making sure that all our customers are parked nicely. And
Oh,
getting into-
Jeff.
He's brilliant.
Oh, Jeff.
I
He's such a
need to
great
come and
guy.
visit your gym. I'm trying to picture this road of Casablanca gyms
Yeah.
with Jeff.
I am
In-
coming for
just
the
coming-
visit.
We are actually recruiting another car parking attendant for Gym 3. So it's to be a car
tempting.
park.
God, it is.
That's
isn't it?
still a lot of customer-facing work with cheer parents, though. So
That is true.
So do you love it? Do you love the cheerleading?
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it for lots of different reasons. I love it when our really competitive teams do really, really well. I'm very competitive, just generally in everyday life. But I also
name
love
me a cheer coach that isn't, because you're in the wrong job.
I also love seeing people coming in age 3 or whatever, having their first experience of cheer and just seeing the difference that it makes.
Yeah.
Really passionate about the grassroots level, just getting people involved in any of our sports, not just cheerleading, although I do have I prefer cheerleading. I think it does great things for people. But yeah, just the sport in general, I think is fantastic. And I wish I knew about it sooner.
I know. I often think, like, what would it have been like to grow up in the sport? But then it's very different.
Yeah.
But I get to watch my daughter, as do you. I watched her at BCA.
Did you? Bless
She was
her.
right in the middle. I was
Yeah.
like, there she is.
Yeah.
So cute. But like getting to watch them. Is she year 1, your daughter?
She's year 1.
Yeah, so she's the year below
she's
Ren.
still 6.
But getting to watch them have that experience, like
Yeah.
Ren went to compete in Barcelona, like it was we just had the best time. And getting to watch her grow up in the sport
Yep.
from like she was 2.5 when she started. It's been really cool actually.
It is really cool.
To have
And
that
you watch
experience
the
watching
routine
her.
with different eyes, don't
Yeah.
you? Although, like my youngest team, Orla, I don't have anything involvement in that one, so I do just watch her. Although our showcase, I ended up in that routine because we had a crier, and she was stunting. Obviously, it's novice, so they don't stunt. With my daughter, so like, well, she's going to do a stunt, so I went on and did the basing part.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
So I watched that as like a mum, but the older one, I do have a little bit of involvement in the
see,
coaching.
I don't
so
at all.
I have to watch it back on video to watch her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't watch, I don't go in, I don't
Yeah.
turn up, I do nothing. I turn up at comp day and I'm like,
Yeah.
and everyone's like crying around me and I'm
I think we
thinking,
will be moving in that area as she gets into a bit more of a competitive level.
yeah.
But I say in our coaches WhatsApp group, I'm like, can somebody be Everly Cam for me? And they'll just film, the typical mum video of like watching just their child. And then I watch that back after.
Oh, cute. I mean, with, the sort of intended, I say intended growth because obviously Casablanca Cheer is already massive.
Yeah.
What are your ambitions and hopes for the next, say, 5 years? What's your 5-year plan?
5-year plan, kind of twofold. Continue to provide the opportunities for people to be involved in the sport at a grassroots level. Just get them doing something productive, something that's going to be really great for them. And then on the other end, I'd love to win a globe.
Absolutely.
I would love to win a globe. We come close. We came fourth. We was one bubble away from a second.
That one. Yeah.
I was going around the entire, the coaches' room. People that, they didn't know who I was. Like, would you challenge this? Would you challenge this?
Absolutely, I've done that.
Yeah. No, one bubble away and we would have got silver. Yeah, that was in 2022.
Do you know what? 2022, we were one bubble away as well because we'd been in second on day one with Roy when it was in small co-ed 5, and we dropped one bubble, dropped us to 5th. Yeah. But then Ant got to win the globe, so
Oh well.
At least it was an English team, but that was rough because it was a bubble that we heavily questioned, and I still do to this day.
Yeah,
it's tough when it could go either way.
I know.
We
didn't
blatant,
challenge it.
I thought. Clear as
Did
day.
you?
Yeah.
Can you remember it really clearly?
No, I'm sorry. I even watched it.
I think bubbles at Worlds are rough.
Yeah.
Like they are.
It wasn't.
Sometimes you get one and you think absolutely not. Sometimes you don't get one and you think.
And it was different at that point as well. They're very defined now exactly what the criteria was. It wasn't at that point. That was in the.
I don't think it is though. I think
it is.
even this year it was swings and roundabouts and whether you got one or not.
No, well, this is why we didn't challenge it because the one we got was not a bubble, but they missed one that probably was a bubble, so it could have gone either way. But I think we didn't challenge it. If we challenged it and they took it off, we would have been second. If we challenged it and they found the other one, we would have been 5th, so we would have moved from 4th to 5th. So I kind of regret not challenging it.
Yeah, because 4th to 5th is still top 5, isn't it?
Yeah. At that point,
I mean, but it sounds like, I was, when we first got together, I was saying I watched Cosmic 5, who are your World's team at BCA, and they were fantastic. They won the division, they won the partial paid bid.
Yeah.
So, and you were saying you've got great retention for that team.
We have, yeah.
So big things are coming, I reckon. It's just such a tough division, isn't it?
It's absolutely, it's growing.
It's getting very
There's
big
a lot
next year,
of teams in IO5, but we feel very lucky to be in such a division with such talented teams. And, there's all the talk of, are you going to change divisions? And, lots of people do, and, for various reasons. And we've always been, we quite like where we are. And we want to get really good at what we are.
If you're in the division that you're meant to be in, that's every reason to stay. I know, obviously, lots of teams do move divisions because they want to make a day 2. They're looking for a division that will give them that opportunity. Obviously, you guys know you're going to get a day 2 with Fame, but you've made a decision to move to level 7, which I think is really exciting.
Maybe different program dynamics because we're kind of quite a high turnover program and things move in different directions. And we're good at level 7.
Yeah,
to be honest, quite different kind of challenge. Whereas I think I don't know whether it's. I was literally just trying to think whether perhaps with programs with less Worlds teams, whether you're more likely to get people that come for that specific team, whereas we get people that come for our Worlds program, whatever the teams sit like in that on any given year, if you like, it just changes things, and we look at it in a different dynamic of, okay, what's going to work for the picture that we have, or the evolving picture, what are the directions we want to go versus, and I'm big on, love to have legacies in particular divisions and things. I think the landscape of cheer is very different these days from when.
It is.
even in the US, you know, you see teams that, I don't know what divisions people are in now. Teams that I've always associated with a particular division. You're like, they're in what now?
Well, I think it was California All-Stars Glow won the U18 non-tumbling. Now they're in large senior.
Yeah, that
Slight
wasn't.
difference.
Yeah,
U18 non-tumble to large senior.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, so now we all have double falls.
I guess it's just
Maybe
where
they
you
always
put a
did.
name
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Yeah,
whether you consider
absolutely.
it the
It's just
same
where you
team
put
or
a
Cosmic
not.
name.
Six just doesn't sound the same, does it?
But it also, I suppose, it depends on any given year, like what you have.
Yeah, and I think you know, we're a program where our world's teams are homegrown. You know, I remember them being on Twinkles, which is our under sixes, and they're now on Cosmic Five. So it's a very different dynamic. Although we'll get one or two that will come to tryouts to be on our world's team, there's other places you can go like yourselves that have, you know, that is what you are. You are
Yeah.
a big worlds program, and people would go there if that's, you know, what they want. But yeah, I've got athletes on my team that I've been coaching since they were 3.
Yeah.
And they've come up through the club, and they're probably now coaching for us as well. Cosmic Five are all are all coaches.
I love that. So because Cosmic Five's an open team, so you have to be
They are.
16 within the year of competition. So obviously they are a slightly older age group. So
Yep.
they would be your kids that have junior coach, now they're
Absolutely,
coming
yeah.
out and coaching. But you have this year, you have a U18 going for
We
a bid this
do.
weekend at Jamfest.
No,
No.
they went for a
FC
bid.
Nationals.
Yes, FC Nationals. Yes.
And obviously that would then open opportunities
Yeah.
for that slightly younger age group
Yeah.
to come through.
We called them
and-
Apollo because we used to have a world's team,
You did,
Apollo, which was
co-ed?
large co-ed 6.
Yeah.
We had all the men in the gym.
Back
On
when
the
there used
man
to be
wall.
loads of guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's hard to,
Yeah.
you know, we used to have a co-ed 3, which was our summit team, and we lost our boy, and then so now they're all girl. We do have some younger boys in the gym, but it's hard to get boys involved, which is
Yeah.
a shame because co-ed is exciting, you know.
It is, yeah. But it is, I mean, the thing is, a pathway for male athletes is very different.
Absolutely.
Those opportunities come a lot quicker.
Mhm.
But yeah, we've not got a huge amount of boys coming through.
No, it's sad. It's
Yeah,
a shame.
it is a shame because we had a while where we had quite a lot and we got a few, but not as many as we did have.
It's a problem for another day.
Absolutely. But so very exciting. You've got lots of exciting things coming up
Yep,
for you in the future.
Yeah.
And potentially 2 worlds teams next year.
potentially. Yeah.
Summit.
Yes.
as well?
We got, so at BCA last weekend, we got our youth summit team got another bid to go
Nice.
back again this year.
See, we're going for the first time. We've never done
Okay.
Youth Summit. Have you been before?
Yes, we went this year. The competition I loved. Absolutely loved Youth Summit. I think the setup is really, it's very similar to NCA. We've
Okay.
got all the halls in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was lots of fun, and I think it's a great opportunity to show children of that age. So it's a U12 level 1 that we're taking. You know what is possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got another bid for Youth Summit, and one of our summit teams, Orion, our U16 level 2, they got a bid at BCA last weekend as well for Summit. So
Fantastic. So you've got Youth Summit, potentially 2 worlds
Yep.
teams. Are you doing any other international competitions?
we're going back to NCA
Nice.
next year, probably with Senior Open 4 again. So we're doing that.
I think that's a fun age group.
It is a fun age group.
That Open, because we took Open 3, Co-ed
Okay.
3 to cheer sport. We just had an
It is a
absolute
fun.
blast.
It
It was
is a
great
fun age
fun.
group. Last year we did it as a monthly team that we took to NCA. We're not doing it as a monthly team again. So that they're going to be a regular team now within the program, where they did just monthly and just NCA.
Yeah.
It was just more of an experience thing for, you know, people just before they retire.
I mean, I
was
think
the aim.
people want to travel.
They do.
They want to
They
travel.
absolutely
They
do.
want
You've
the
done a lot of travel
opportunities.
as well recently. Like you
We
went to
have.
Bahamas a couple of years
We
ago.
did. That was lovely.
Poor thing. How was that for you? Sounds very stressful.
We took a non-tumble 3
Yeah.
to the Bahamas, all over the age of 21. So there was no looking after to be done. We flew them out
Did
to
any
Florida
cheerleading
first.
get done? Because this sounds like a great
Well, we
holiday.
did. We flew them out to Florida first because it was straight after Worlds. So we flew them out to Florida. They had the whole experience of training at Top Gun and doing all of that. Quick flight over to the Bahamas, which is it's not very far. Stayed at the Atlantis Resort. It was wonderful. There was nobody in our division.
So you won?
We won. Yeah, Bahama champions. I don't really know what the score sheet was. It wasn't really a thing.
Doesn't sound like you need to check.
You just come
You
off
can
the
have to if you're
floor
on
and
your
the
own.
judges were there and they gave you feedback live, and they just had a lovely time.
Oh God, that sounds absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's great for that kind of cohort of athletes. You know.
Yeah, I do think like there is a lot of discussion around, are we traveling too much? Is there too much pressure to travel? We try, and I feel like probably the same for you, try and offer
Yes.
domestic or international opportunities
Yeah.
because you have lots of teams, you're able to offer lots of
Yeah.
different levels in each age group. But actually people want to go.
People want to go.
Because
People do
it's
want to go.
actually it's more than just the kids, the families. They love those experiences.
They do. And, you know, there's a team for everybody. If you don't want to travel, we've got that option as well. You know, we're going to European Summit. We're just taking dance this year. We went to Barcelona as well. We did Amsterdam last year. Like, there's so many things that you can do. And what a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
But, you know, if people want to do it and they can afford to do it, you know, I'm all for that.
Amazing. Right. We have literally run out of time, but I feel like we could probably sit and chat about gyms and cupboards and
have to come
many
and visit.
things. I
Have
would
to come
love to
visit
come and
us.
visit.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing. But listen, wishing you all the best for the rest of the
Thank you.
season and for your plans for next year.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll continue to see big things from Casablanca, and good luck with the gymnastics program as well, because it sounds like that's doing brilliantly.
Yep.
And I hope Everly has a fantastic end of season. What
I'm
team
sure
she on?
will. She's on Sunlights.
Sunlight.
Yeah.
Love
Yep.
that. Can't wait to see what she does as well. Thank you so much for coming on. Any finishing notes from you?
Just the usuals.
Oh, go on then. Finish us out.
Let us know, if you're listening, what you would like to hear us talk about, what founder and gym owner stories you would like to hear, who we can get on and have a chat to. You can let us know by messaging us on Instagram, TikTok, or email at hello@cheerthebritishway.co.uk.
Thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe so we can keep sharing stories from the UK cheer community. Carli, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank you for
We'll
having
see
me.
you soon.